hair grease does not clog your pores at all. So you don't need to use the whole of this container, a chunk of this container, for you to break the world record. As you can see from the title of today's video, we are going to be talking about hair grease and how it's a secret to long hair. For many years that since the natural hair movement that has been there since early 2012, going in 2013, most natural hair content creators that we've had, they are really discouraged from using hair grease. And here is something that I would want to know. Why? Why did they do all this? Have you never sat down to wonder why was it so bad for our hair? Yet when we were growing up, this is what our mothers and grandmothers used on our hairs and their hairs, and our hairs really did grow. So I did go ahead and did a research for you guys to let you know what hair grease really is and what it does to your hair and whether or not it's good or bad. And as you can already guess, I believe hair grease is good for your hair, with the exception of when you use hair grease and it doesn't feel right for you, you should stop using it. So here's the thing. Let's start. What is hair grease? Hair grease is defined as a commercial hair product that is made out of petroleum jelly, if I may call it that, and mineral oils. These are all products that come from the earth, and these products are natural. So what else could be better for your hair if not natural products? But here is the catch. Depending on how the petroleum jelly has been prepared, these two products can be toxic. But what are the chances? The chances are a little bit so low that you should be concerned about it. The other concern that most natural hair content creators have had with hair grease has been they say that hair grease clogs your pores. From my research, it has been verified that hair grease does not clog your pores at all. Actually, we have oils such as olive oil, which have, according to the scale that is used to for pores clogging, hair grease scores a 0, while olive oil scores a 3. So, which is better? Would you rather use hair grease or use olive oil? If you were to ask me, I'll go with hair grease. And here is the thing. Hair grease is what my mom has always used on my hair up until I went to a boarding school. And after that, she would always send me to the salon where I got my hair done. I don't know much about what they used there, but after that, my hair got really heat damaged because they were using other oils and other products that I can't really tell what they were. That my hair got to a point that it was ever straight. So I feel like they did use a relaxing product on my hair without my knowledge. So here is the thing. Anytime that you think of hair grease, what comes to mind? If you ask me, what comes to mind is long, healthy hair for me, because that's what I had when my mom was taking care of my hair. She would wash my hair and apply the hair grease onto my hair and style it. And that was all that she ever did. And for some reason, my hair kept on growing. Now you'll say that, oh no, it was because your hair was left alone. No, it wasn't because my hair was left alone. It's because the moisture that was in my hair was well sealed in to my hair. So that brings me to the first point. Why is hair grease the secret to long, healthy hair? It is because it helps seal in the hair moisture that is already in the hair. So that means that anytime that you're using hair grease, you need to have your hair damp. I didn't say wet, I said damp. You need to have your hair damp because that will help sealing that moisture for longer. And here is the thing. Hair grease, as we already know, this is the hair grease that I swear by. This is what I've been using for the longest. Ever since I decided to do this, to come back to my hair grease. And hair grease is a little bit thick, as you can see. It's thick because it doesn't pour out. So this will form such a heavy coat on your strands of hair, which will make it hard for your hair to lose that moisture. So that means that your hair will stay moisturized for longer. Another thing that I would want to say is the fact that when you're using hair grease, whether on your scalp or on your hair, on your strands of hair, you want to make sure that the hair grease that you're using, you use a little bit of it. A little goes a long way. So you don't need to use the whole of this container, a chunk of this container for you to break the world record. What you need to do is just use a little bit of it, and this goes a long way. The other thing with hair grease is the fact that it helps maintain a shiny and reduces frizz on your hair. Hair grease helps smooth all those strands of your hair that were frizzy and all. So it makes your hair look shiny and your style look dope. So you would want to use hair grease anytime that you're trying to install a hairstyle and you want to make it look dope. I do have some notes, so I'm going to be referring here. So the next thing is the fact that it helps manage an itchy scalp. That is, it helps calm down an itchy scalp. Anytime that you have an itchy scalp, like you saw, I was itching my scalp right here. But anytime I do go ahead and apply hair grease, I do have two types of hair grease that I use. There is this Jamaican castor oil, and I also have this has menthol in it, and I feel like the menthol in this helps reduce the amount of itchiness that I experience. So if the itchiness goes for a longer period of time, what I do, I go in with the anti-itch formula that is in the hair grease and apply it onto my scalp. And like I said, a little goes a long way. When you want to do this on damp hair and on a damp scalp, sorry. So the other thing is the fact that hair grease, as it helps with length retention, because this is the thing. When your hair is moisturized, it won't break. Like I've said previously in my previous videos, is the fact that dry hair breaks. Dry hair breaks. The same to wet hair breaks. I didn't say damp, wet. Wet hair is quite fragile in as much as, because wet hair, if it's just wet momentarily, that won't break. But if it's wet for a long time, just imagine what happens. That dampness that is left into the hair, you have hydro fatigue on your hair, and your hair start feeling smushy, and with time that will break. So you don't want that. You want it to be damp, because we've said it helps with moisture retention. So this moisture retention reduces moisture retention in the strand, reduces breakage. So with reduced breakage, you're going to see um length retention, because your hair is always growing. Get that? Your hair is always growing. What is happening is the fact that your hair breaks, and that's why you're not seeing the length. So if you're looking for length, your hair is always growing. So what you want to make sure is the fact that you retain that length. Sorry, you retain that length. And so with that, I'm going to say, if you asked me, is hair grease something that I would recommend anyone to use? Yes, if it works for you, please go ahead and use it. Don't be scared of it clogging your pores, but also remember, a little goes a long way. There's only one con of using hair grease, and this is the fact that you have to constantly wash and condition your hair. And anyway, let me ask, who wants to stay with a nasty head of hair? No one. So either way, whether you're using hair grease or not, you will have to wash and condition your hair. So I don't think this is a con. This is just an added advantage that will help you keep your scalp and hair clean, moisturized, and you will be able to retain the moisture. So here is the thing that I'm going to say. The oldie was a gold. The oldie was a goldie, and it's making a comeback. So be among the people who will benefit from this information and go back to the hair grease. And if it doesn't work for you, if you do, this is more, natural hair is more of a trial and error thing. So if it doesn't work for you, find what works for you. And anyway, there are different types of hair grease that work you can use. Like you can see, I said this is what I swear by, but that does not limit me from using this when my scalp needs it or when my hair needs it. So listen to your hair and find out what really works for you. But if you were to ask me, I would tell you that this is your secret to healthy long hair. And until next time, guys, peace, and kindly remember to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and let's grow this family together. Bye.